Next is minimum support prices, okay. Minimum support prices, okay. Minimum support prices or MSP is very, very important for your prelims, okay. And it's very important. It's already mentioned. It's also mentioned in your main syllabus. Already we have covered it in mains economy. And since the economic survey, this is the three important point mentioned. The economic survey 1920. Okay. So in economic survey 1920, three very core important point have been mentioned. Okay. And already 2 times UPSC have asked a prelims question on minimum support prices. Very recently also UPSC have asked a question on minimum support prices. They asked which all crops government gives minimum support prices. Earlier, long back, they also asked the total number of crops where the government gives minimum support prices. We will discuss in detail about MSP in our ECO-FAS program. Okay, but in relation to minimum support prices, okay, we'll see that what is mentioned in the economic survey. Now, why economic survey is very important is that there is a high chance that the UPSC question setters will take a statement from the economic survey. So that's the importance of economic survey. Even the MSP, when you prepare MSP, there are many points in MSP, many facts are there. But by reading economic survey, the advantage what you will get is that you will get to know what is the most important point. So these are the 3 most important points about MSP, which is covered in the economic survey 1920. We will see that you will understand that what is this 3 important point. One is that, okay, so just have an idea. I told you I am not explaining the concept of MSP, but for time being you understand that from the term itself it is explained. What is minimum support prices? So minimum support prices is the minimum, or it is the minimum price guarantee the government of India offers to our farmers for their produce. Okay, so MSP is a guarantee for our farmers that if you can't sell it to if the market price fall below a particular price set by the government, then the government agencies will procure it, mainly Food Corporation of India. Okay. Anyway, so one important point what has been mentioned in the economic survey 1920 is that this is what it is mentioning. Say that, okay, government announces MSPs for 22 mandated crops. So from the examination point of view, you should know what are those 22 mandated crops. From here only, from this 22 mandated crops only, UPSC asked the prelims question in 2018. Okay, and a fair and remunerative price for sugarcane. See, the fair and remunerative price for sugarcane is similar to MSP with a difference. Okay, it is also a price guarantee for sugarcane farmers. Okay, but the difference is that in the case of MSP, this payment is given by the procurement is done by the government agencies. But in the case of sugarcane, it is the sugarcane mill owners who procure, but the price will be determined by will be set by the government. Okay, so Commission for Agricultural Cost and Prices have a very important role to play in advising it. But there have been some changes to the cost. Okay, what is the minimum support price or fair and remunerative price been decided? There have been a change where the government is saying that at least the government will ensure that our farmers will get 1.5 times the cost of production. Okay, that is another second point which is mentioned in the economic survey. So MSP, you have to go through it. Okay, what are the 22 crops? What are the kharif crops? What are the rabi crops? Okay, etc. What all crops is not covered? That is the easy way to learn the MSP. And this meaning, okay, what is this? This 2 important concept is there. Fair and remunerative price is only for sugarcane. So in total, there are 23 crops. 22 MSP and 1 sugarcane, but the nomenclature is different. It is termed as fair and remunerative price. This is the first point mentioned in the economic survey. And economic survey says that from the union budget or from the financial, in the union budget 18-19 have made a very important announcement. So from the financial year 18-19 onwards, the government or the MSP is based on one single principle. Earlier it was on CACP recommend, Commission for Agricultural Cost Prices recommend the prices, and finally the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, determines the prices. Okay, means they will finalize it. But now things have changed. Now how it is? It is based on a single factor, one single factor. What is the single factor? It is based on the cost of production. Okay, what is the cost of production for the farmers? And what? From budget 2018-19 onwards, the MSP is determined by a single principle, a predetermined principle. What is that? That the MSP will be based on 1.5 times the cost of production for the farmers. Okay. For example, if the total cost for the farmers is 100 rupees for a product, the government will ensure that the farmers will get 150 rupees for that particular product. So 1.5 times. Okay. And what the economic survey says that government has increased MSP for all mandated kharif, rabi and other commercial crops. So have an idea. MSP, this 22 mandated crops includes kharif crop, rabi crop and other commercial crops with a return of 1.5 times over all India averaged. See how this cost of production is determined. It is based on a all India, this is another keyword, all India weighted average, based on the all India weighted average cost of production for the farmers. This MSP is determined from the financial year 2018-19 onwards. From now onwards, MSP, the price, the minimum guarantee the farmers will get for their product is 1.5 times the cost of production. So these key points is mentioned. Even though MSP is a big topic, there are many other points are there. But since these points are, since it is mentioned in the latest economic survey 1920, you can expect a question based on these points. Now, another important, very important topics, government schemes. Okay, so this, see in the box, okay, economic survey covers certain important boxes. So if it is mentioned in the boxes of economic survey, it means that they are more important than what has been mentioned in the economic survey. Okay, so economic survey, if you have gone through I already told you to suggest you just have a look, since we have sufficient time, since everyone is sitting at home and relaxing. Okay, don't waste your time. At least go through the economic survey. At least read the agriculture chapter, not only agriculture, other chapters. Watch my video. And then read the original source of economic survey. It is available in our Telegram channel. You just simply search it. Okay. Anyway, so another major heading economic survey is covering is income or investment support schemes. Economic survey is mentioning 4 income support schemes or 4 income or investment support schemes. There is a high chance that from any of these 4 schemes, UPSC will ask a question. One is the government scheme of the Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, PM Kisan scheme, a very important scheme. Another is another 3 are state schemes. Okay, this Kalia scheme of Odisha, Raitu Bandhu scheme of Telangana, and there is one more government scheme is there, Mukhyamantri scheme of this Jharkhand is mentioned in the economic survey. Since economic survey is mentioning 3 state agriculture income support schemes along with the national scheme. This is a national scheme. Okay, Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. There is a high probability that you will get at least any question. For example, the question will be like this. Okay, they will give you some schemes. Out of these 4 schemes, they will give you the scheme's name and they will ask you which of the following is an agricultural income or investment support schemes, like that. That will be a simple question if you have read the economic survey. Okay, or they will ask a particular question from a particular scheme like PM Kisan or Kalia scheme or the Raitu Bandhu scheme of Telangana. Okay, now we'll see that what is again PM Kisan scheme is a very important scheme. There are many features about it, but I will be discussing only what is mentioned in the economic survey. Why? Because we will get to know what is the most important point of PM Kisan Samman Nidhi. Revise these points. High probability UPSC cut copy paste. UPSC will cut copy paste questions from the economic survey. Okay, so that is the advantage. That's a government source. Okay, this economic survey is a government source. Okay, you have to read the original source from where the UPSC set questions. Okay. Now, so Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi or PM Kisan is a keyword. Central sector scheme. Okay, in government schemes, in government schemes, they will trap you. They will say that it is a central sector scheme or it is a centrally sponsored scheme. Central sector scheme means it is 100% funded by the government of India. In the case of centrally sponsored scheme, there will be a sharing between the center and the states. Okay. So in the case of center, so be very clear. The PM KISAN is a central sector scheme with 100% funding from the government of India. Okay. And the scheme is effective from which time onwards the scheme is effective, okay? The scheme is effective from 1st December 2018 and covers all the farmers. Here one important point, there are some students, see if you are not reading the latest material, okay? When this scheme was launched in 1st December 2018 as part of this interim budget, okay? In the interim budget only this was decided and it was made effective from 1st December 2018. What important point you need to keep in mind is that, okay, when it was initially launched mentioned in the interim budget, it was only for small and marginal farmers. Okay, or it was, and what happened is, after this new government came up to power, that is in the mid June 2019, it includes all the farmers with certain exclusive criteria. So if UPSC is asking a question, okay, whether PM KISAN scheme covers all the farmers, what will be the answer? Here comes economics, the advantage of economic survey. What economic survey says that? Economic survey says that the scheme is effective from, that is PM KISAN scheme is effective from 1st December 2018 and covers all the farmers. So when I say all the farmers, it includes small farmers, marginal farmers, small farmers and large farmers, but there are some exclusion criteria there, okay. PM KISAN scheme is telling, okay, which all farmers are excluded. What is the reason for that exclusion, okay. So maybe they can ask a question on which all farmers are excluded. So that I will cover again in see, I told you, any particular current affair I will discuss in detail in our Eco Affairs program, but in the economic survey classes, I will only mention or I will discuss only what is mentioned in the economic survey so that you will be able to identify what are the core important points which the UPSC can ask because this is the original source. Okay. So, be very clear if a statement comes, okay, PM KISAN scheme covers all the farmers, that statement is correct. Why? Original sources, economic survey 1920. Then, under the scheme, what is the most important feature of PM KISAN scheme is that an income support, okay, we already know it is an income support scheme, an income support of rupees 6,000 per year. So rupees 6,000 per year is provided to farmer family. It is not individual, it is family. To all farmer family. See the trap. All farmer family, 6,000 per year. How? 3 equal installment, okay. Not directly, government will not be transferring 6,000 at a go. It will be in 3 equal installment, okay, of rupees 2,000 at an interval of every 4 months. This is mentioned in the economic survey. Okay. So UPSC will trap you. UPSC will say that in 2 equal installment or like that they can trap you. UPSC will say that instead of 6,000, 8,000 or 3,000 per year like that. Even though it is a fact, since this is one of the most important government schemes, especially from agriculture, this fact is very important for you. Okay. So, MSP and PM KISAN scheme are very important for your coming prelims 2020.